All right. Well, hello, everyone. Let's get this going. I'm so excited to share this with you. And this is going to absolutely blow your mind because I'm going to talk to you about stuff that I actually have not shared before. So this is going to be new. So just so you know, if you don't know who I am, my name's Chantel Ray. Our team in Virginia, we sold 1,500 homes just in the Virginia Beach area. And I'm going to show you exactly how our marketing team did such a great job on kind of transitioning our business. We used to do all this stuff with radio and TV. And as you guys know, we were spending at one point $80,000 a month on marketing. And it just got to be too much. We wanted to get a better ROI. My belief is that if your phone was ringing every day with clients that wanted to buy or sell, and you weren't having to spend so much of your day trying to do all these other things, I think the biggest challenge that most agents face is the implementation. They go to all these conferences, they learn all this stuff, but then it's just too much for them to try to implement. And just the cost of all the different things that they need to buy is absolutely crazy. So like you need kind of MailChimp to do this, right? Some kind of email platform. So first, let's just talk about that for just a second, because a lot of people don't realize, they go to these conferences and they're like, okay, well, you need a funnel. You need a high converting sales funnel and a professional website. Then you need to figure out automation and workflows, right? And figure out how all these automatically nurtures your leads and follows up. And then you need different forms and surveys. You need email and SMS, like text messaging campaigns. Then you need a way for AI, all this AI content, Zapier integrations, because if you get leads from Facebook, you need a Zapier integration. Then you need like courses like webinars where you bring people to a landing page. Then you need a webinar. Then you need a scheduling and calendars. Then you need, an A/B split testing. And so we found a platform that if you look at all these different things, so like if you needed like ClickFunnels and Webinar Kit and all these different platforms, and you added up how much this month, this one, this one, this one, this one. And not only do you need all these different platforms, this one's, $249, this one's $49, this one's $99, this one's $65. All these different platforms, if you added it up, it would cost you over $1,300 a month for all those platforms. And then you need a full web team to kind of integrate them all together. So it's just so expensive. So we found a platform that replaces all of that for just such a less expensive price. And so we're going to talk to you about how you can get that and implement it in your career. So one of the things that my goal for you is where you can just run these ads and you can start answering the phone. And that's kind of my goal for you. So let's talk about how we can make that work. So I'll just show you a quick picture of my family. Just so you know, I have a son named Kyle, a daughter named Shayla. My husband is Ryan, and we just moved to Sarasota, Florida. We have never been happier. We used to live in Virginia Beach. So I had to sell everything, start completely over, kind of in the real estate space. I merged in with eXp Realty. I actually copied everything that eXp did for a long while. We opened up in 20 states. And then we literally just moved to Florida in Sarasota, Siesta Key, right? We live right by Siesta Key, and we just love it. Like, I can't even tell you how much we love it. So that's just a little bit about me. If you've ever kind of tried to run an ad through Facebook, you know that the back end of Facebook is absolutely like nightmare.com. And it's not a good use of your time, and you really get frustrated. So I'm going to show you the systems and processes that you can do, but having us do it for you might be the better option because, again, time is money. And you guys know I wrote a book called Delegate Everything But Sex. And so my opinion is we're going to show you how to do it, but delegate it is the best way to go. Now, one more thing I want to just talk about. We also have an agent attraction funnel. So if you are at a company like EXP, at Real or LPT, anywhere that pays you to attract agents, and you want to step out of production at some point and earn passive income, where you can attract other agents to EXP. In my opinion, obviously I'm at EXP, so I think it's the best model out there. All of the people who are 7 levels above me, every one of the people I hang with last year made over $3 million in revenue share. So that's what I'm passionate about. I'm passionate about teaching other people how to do it. And for me, it's not about money. It's also about just really like getting to hear the agents and hear their success and their success stories. That's on a side note. So what we want to do is we want to have a buyer funnel. We want to have a seller funnel. And we also want to have an agent attraction funnel. I say this all the time, but there's two ways that you can be an agent. You can be a prospecting agent, or you can be a marketing agent. A prospecting agent, that's where you are calling for sale by owners. You're calling expireds. You are the one dialing out, making cold calls, and then you don't have to spend any money, right? But if you're like me, I've always been a marketing agent. And so if you want to build a business that attracts clients versus chasing clients, then you're going to love what I'm about to show you. And if you're tired of paying too much money for crappy leads like from Zillow and Realtor.com, at one point with our team, we were spending about $220 per lead for Zillow and Realtor.com. And then we were just giving those out to our team, and some of them weren't calling them right away or not following up. I mean, just the ROI wasn't where we wanted it to be. The other thing is you want to get off the roller coaster, right? Because especially a lot of people are like, I only work referrals. I only work referrals. And referrals are great, but a lot of times it's like a roller coaster where you're like, I've got a lot of business, then I've got nothing. I've got a lot of business, and then I have nothing. So one of the things we want you to do is we just want you to copy exactly the strategies that we've done. And we always joke that it's not the best real estate agent that sells the most homes, it's the best marketer. And we all know someone in our marketplace that you're like, I can't even believe that they're not even as good of an agent as me, but they're a great marketer, so they sell more than you. So, and you know you're a better agent. So let's really dive into stopping from being a prospecting agent and turn more into a marketing agent. Okay, so step number one is direct response marketing. And so if you've never heard what direct response marketing is, it's basically where you're going to try to get an immediate response so you can generate a lead as fast as possible. And so you want them to get an offer, and you want that offer to sound so good that they definitely are going to contact you. One of the things you want to do is figure out, okay, who is my target market? Who am I trying to reach? And I want to match the message so that I can speak directly to them. And then as soon as they see that ad, they go, oh my gosh, this is for me, right? Like, we want the right market, and we want to make sure that we have the right message. Figure out, who do you love working with? That's one of the things that we're going to talk about, is who do you love working with, and how do we make sure that we have the right message to match that. I'm going to show you exactly some of these sites, what they look like, and the verbiage is really important. So we want to get the right message to the right market. So once you do these ads, the other part of it is that, all the studies out there say that if you contact someone within the first 3 minutes of them filling out a form versus the first 30 minutes or the first 2 hours, the odds of you qualifying that lead are like 20 to 30 times more, right? Because if they're still online, they're probably still searching. If you wait 30 minutes, now they've gone to do laundry or whatever else they're going to go do. Now they're, not there. So I want you to think for just a second, in case case you're at an appointment, you're at a listing presentation, we actually can automate it. And we have automation do that where it automatically sends a message to someone for them to engage right away. And we can build all this out for you. So it literally will make a message. And here's the thing, we tell people, do not make it sound professional. We make it sound just like you're talking to your best friend, because that's the only way they're going to respond. If you say something like something along the lines of, this is Judy Jones with, eXp Realty, and it just sounds too professional, they're not going to respond. So we can even automate the emails, we can automate the text messages. So we know if they click on this, this is what they automatically get, even though you're at an appointment. Okay. And that's why this program is so important, because we want to be able to save you time. I do want to say this. You have to spend money on ads. Now, you can put it on your personal, you'll get some leads that way, but you have to spend some money. And we're going to teach you how to do the ads so that it's the cheapest way that you possibly can, but you still have to put money into ads in order for it to work. Now, we also say that you really do need to get a phone call. You need to call the people, and you can't just do automation. Like, automation's good and you can text back and forth with it, but you also do need to make the phone calls yourself to be able to build rapport and all of that. So I want to talk about the top do's and don'ts about marketing. One of the things that I used to do is I spent too much money in branding. And when you have digital marketing at your fingertips, you don't want to spend it on branding. You want to spend it on leads that are actually coming in. So rule number one, you always have to have an offer or offers, right? And you want to have your communication so clear that the offer can't be refused. So, and you want to make it a great deal. So, some people call it the Godfather offer or the grandfather offer, where people just say, look, this is such a great offer. I literally can't not get it. And a lot of people have businesses and they have a product, but they don't explain it in a way that's simple and that a way that people are like, they can't refuse. I'll give you an example. Let's say that you own a wellness company where you do IVs. And right now, wellness companies and IV companies, where you get those IV drips, people are popping up everywhere, these companies. Boom, boom, another one, another one. If you have a commodity where there's too many people and you have a lot of different people doing it, with those shots and stuff like that, well, a lot of people are like, well, I'll just do it cheaper. Well, if everyone's fighting over price and the price just gets lower and lower, then eventually what you're selling, you can't make money from it. And so now you have a commodity, and then the person with the lowest price actually wins. And you don't want to be the lowest price leader in town. So like, if you can't be Walmart, you can't be the cheapest, then what is going to make you unique? What makes you special? And what makes you someone say, wow, I need to go to this place versus this place? So you want to just look at different offers, and what works and what doesn't. Another rule that's super important is you want to make sure that a person responds right now. So with direct response marketing, your messaging, your sales funnel has to be really, really clear. And it has to be only offered today, or you get a special price that's offered today. And where people think, oh my gosh, if I don't respond right now, I'm going to lose out. Another important rule is just having clear instructions on how to respond. I want to show you this billboard, and this billboard is a picture that I took a long time ago. And if I say that if you have enough money like Budweiser, right, you can have this random ad that just has Budweiser on there. There's no call to action. They just are putting that brand out there. But if you told people exactly what to do, like even with Budweiser, if I was advising them, I would say, let's pretend it's Super Bowl time. And you said, go to this site and you can get all these great Super Bowl ideas or something like that. That would be a call to action. Now, with Facebook posts, another really important rule is you want to have a learn more button where they don't even have to put their name, their phone number, and email. Facebook will do it automatically. It's just a button and it says allow them to give your name, phone number, and email. They hit yes, and there's nothing even for them to fill out. That's really, really important. And you also want to be tracking and measuring what's working, what's not working, right? So we already know what works and what doesn't work. So we've already done all that heavy lifting for you. And I've made funnels where I literally can copy them with your name, your information, your phone number. And I want to show you how you can get the lowest cost lead possible. So right now, believe it or not, there's still a ton of people that are looking to get a cash offer. And I will say the lead cost on the cash offer deals are so much more expensive than the other ones. And the reason is because there's so many wholesalers and they're all running those same ads. And those ads can cost anywhere from $100 up for those cash buyers. So we can get them down a little bit, but I will tell you, those cash offer leads are very expensive because all the wholesalers and investors are running those same ads. So you're competing with them. But you can work out a deal with an investor where you can say, look, we'll do these deals together. All the deals that you're going to, flip, you can work with someone who's a flipper and say, I'll give those to you. The ones that don't want to sell at 70% of value, we'll go ahead and take them. So we can also get you connected with someone like that as well. Now let's just take a look at the cash offer site, some of the pieces that cash offer site has, so you can kind of just, again, we literally copy and paste what we already know works, and you get your site with your own name and your own branding.